Infidelity is a topic that resonates deeply with many, touching on universal and narcissistic themes of grandiosity, trust, betrayal, and resentment. It raises many complicated questions, some of which I would like to address in this video. So let's jump right into it with, why does one cheat? The reasons for infidelity are complicated and complex. Common motivations include, but are not limited to, dissatisfaction in the primary relationship, the thrill or the need for stimulation and excitement, feelings of neglect, and perhaps an overall feeling of emptiness or a feeling that something is missing within oneself. Narcissists may cheat because they crave admiration, attention, and validation, often seeking it outside of their primary relationship. They may also rationalize their behavior, believing that their partner is at fault for their level of dissatisfaction in the relationship. For instance, he said that his wife became more preoccupied, and you could fill in the blank here, with work or with the children, leaving him to seek this validation and admiration outside of the relationship. Actually, that statement leads right into the next question that I commonly hear. Can a relationship survive infidelity? And if so, how? What's necessary? In part, this depends on how both partners in the relationship, more so the partner who cheated, has the capacity to experience regret and remorse. Take again that example that I just gave. You probably heard this yourself, but when he justifies his behavior by saying that the wife was too busy with the kids or with her job, overall you begin to get the sense that there's very little personal responsibility there, and also then very little regret and remorse for his behavior. But you may be asking, what about people who commit infidelity who do experience, or at least seem to experience, some level of regret and remorse? In my experience, following infidelity, not all relationships come to an end. Many couples can actually rebuild trust and establish stronger bonds when there's a genuine recognition that their behavior hurt a loved one. Another critical factor to consider when thinking about if a relationship can survive infidelity is, can one let go of the betrayal? Is there a level of what we could call adhesiveness to the trauma being the infidelity? Some couples actually get stuck in the trauma of infidelity. So now you may be asking, why do some couples get stuck in this trauma? And also then, how can I forgive someone who has cheated on me? Getting stuck involves an inability to forgive and a need to hold on to resentment. In other words, forgiveness requires releasing resentment and working towards healing. The inability to forgive can perpetuate feelings of resentment and keep one personally stuck in the trauma. It keeps one stuck in the betrayal and then therefore in the resentment. And nothing then ever changes. There's no forward movement. The relationship and one's personal life stagnates. What I'm suggesting is that even if you decide to end the relationship, or even if you continue the relationship, either way, if you cannot let go of resentment, your life and the relationship will not move forward. The reliving of the pain will prevent emotional healing and growth. If we don't deal with the resentment, there will be ongoing blame, conflict, and accusations. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how to deal with the resentment and move towards forgiveness. But we can't do that today because we have to begin to wrap it up for now. But if you'd like to hear more about letting go of resentment, please subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the next video on this topic. If you want to do a much deeper dive into the topic of infidelity, please check out my podcast. Okay, bye for now.